Boys, it is a fantastic day for us. Now, I'm a bit sick. I'm quite a bit sick. Don't mind me. Just focus on the mustache. But today is a fantastic day for Seattle Seahawks fans. We didn't get what we all wanted. Pete Carroll getting fired. We didn't get that. But we did get the second best option. Ken Norton goes bye bye. Adios to Ken Norton. Absolutely fantastic news coming across my desk at like 4 a.m. Ken Norton is expected to be fired. Now, this is just fantastic for us. And I am very, very excited to be getting a different defensive coordinator because, to be completely honest, the main thing that upset me about this team was the defense. The offense, we kind of sucked, right? We didn't play very well. But, you watch the defense and you're like, man, they can't stop a team from getting a first down. And when they do get a team to like 3rd and 15, they just throw a screen pass and get a first down anyway. And also, why did we play like defensive ends in coverage so much? Just there was a lot of things going on the defense that I didn't like. Those really weak zones where for some ungodly reason we decide, hey, let's let them go 7 yards and then tackle them. For sure they won't go 7 yards again and get the first down over and over again. And then we ended up being, what, I believe 31st in passing yards per game allowed. That's horrible. And also on the topic of bad passing defense, the defensive passing game coordinator, Andre Curtis, is getting fired too. That's awesome. Now, let me tell you, Ken Norton, I really did not like how our defense played, but that wasn't my biggest problem with Ken Norton. My biggest problem with Ken Norton, for some reason, was the fact that he wears finger tape. I don't know why he does it. And it's just like that extra little bit of fuel to the fire, right? That just sets everything ablaze. It's so weird to me. Why does he do it? Like, what is he protecting his fingers from? Is he grabbing his clipboard too hard? Is he smacking the butts of his, players too hard? He like broke his fingers multiple times doing that or something. Why are you wearing finger tape as a coach on the sideline? And every single time an NFL broadcast would pan over, cut over to Ken Norton Jr. on the sideline, like our defense makes a horrible play, and he's just sitting there. He's like scratching his forehead with his fingers that have finger tape on them, and he looks confused. I've never seen the broadcast show Ken Norton and him look confident or at all, aware of what's around him. He just always looks confused. And then you notice that he has finger tape as a defensive coordinator. I don't know why. Just really does not sit well with me. But the Seattle Seahawks, apparently, have some potential options to fill in their defensive coordinator spot that will now be open as Ken Norton Jr. gets fired. Now, these two candidates go in terms of first, it's looking like the Seattle Seahawks apparently are going to get their assistant head coach, defensive line coach, Clint Hurt, to take the promotion and go up to defensive coordinator. To be completely honest, have you seen our defensive line? The most inconsistent piece of our defense is our defensive line. Let's move on to the second option. The second option, I think, is fantastic. Now, the second option is Ed Donatel. I don't think I said that right, but he is the defensive coordinator for the Denver Broncos. And apparently he has a long relationship with Pete Carroll. So this could be a very, potential option. And let me tell you, the Broncos, they kind of sucked this year. I mean, they were mediocre. I don't think they sucked. But when they did suck, it wasn't because of their defense. It was because their offense could not score. The Broncos, they allowed 13 to the Jaguars, 13 to the Giants. They didn't let the Jets score a single point. The Ravens got 23 on them. That's not fantastic, but it's not horrible. Like, that's a winnable game. If any team scores 23 on the Seahawks with Russell Wilson and a completely healthy offense, we can win games. They let 27 points to the Steelers. That's disappointing. 34 to the Raiders. That's disappointing. But other than that, some low-scoring games. The Browns to 17. They lost that game because they couldn't score more than 14. Held the Washington football team to 10. The Cowboys, who who multiple times this season have gone over like 35, 40 points, they held them to 16. They held the Chargers, one of the best offenses, top 10 offense in the league, to 13 points. They held the Chiefs to 22. They lost, but 22 points to the Chiefs, who just scored like 45 against the Steelers in the playoffs. That's respectable. They only allowed 10 points to the Lions. We allowed 29. So, they've shown, the Bengals, another team that's done very well this season. They only allowed 15 points. So the Broncos defense actually has been pretty solid. And when it comes to names, I think we have a lot more like straight up talent than the Broncos when it comes to our defense overall. Jamal Adams, Quandre Diggs, if we keep him. Our corners played fantastic last year. If they can continue that, we are in a very good place for coverage. Bobby Wagner, Jordan Brooks, Darrell Taylor, very, very good guys. And then there's a bunch of guys that we just haven't used. I want to see Alden Robinson get used because the very limited snaps he got in his rookie season, he did fantastic, and then we just didn't play him at all last year. But boy, oh boy, it's a good day to be a Seahawks fan. Now, we didn't get what we wanted. We didn't get Pete Carroll going bye-bye. But Ken Norton Jr. may or may not be a better bye-bye option than Pete Carroll. Because one thing I will hand to Pete Carroll, he is fantastic when it comes to like locker room. Like every single player has said nothing but good things about him. Maybe the scheme sucks, but he really knows how to hype up a team. He knows how to keep a team engaged and stuff like that. Everyone that has ever said anything about the Seahawks organization is like, yeah, the coaches, they really keep the players in check. They let the players be them, but they also make sure they're working hard. They keep them focused and all that. So, good on Pete Carroll for that. I wish Pete Carroll would just give up some power. Like, I don't hate Pete Carroll as a, players. He is a players coach. He might be kind of stupid. He's stuck in his old ways, and I wish he would give up, relinquish some of his power. But hey, if we can fix this defense, right? Get the ball back, not lose time of possession every single game, I think we could possibly do well next season. Keep all the talent that we have. Honestly, when I said that we needed to make a big change this offseason, I don't know why, but I didn't think about Ken Norton Jr. being fired. And now that he's been fired, or now that he's going to be fired, I am pleasantly surprised. But that's going to do it for this video. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about this news. Are you happy that Ken Norton Jr. is getting fired? And why is the answer yes? Like I said, let me know down below in the comments what your thoughts are. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. And with that, I'd like to thank you for watching. Have a great day.